Hello again. So let's go a little bit harder. So what if our expression doesn't start with x squared, it starts with something like 3x squared. Now these are quite hard, and in fact if you're thinking of doing the foundation tier, you'll probably want to give these a miss. But let's have a look and see if we can make sense of it. So again, multiplication grid. Again, I can put the x squared term straight into that box, and I can put the number straight into that box. Okay, now 3x squared is made by multiplying, well, 1x times 3x. Now this time I'm going to put the 3 here. I'm going to write the factor pairs for 3, the 3 that goes in front of x squared. Now there's only one factor pair, it's 1 times 3. I'm not going to treat 3 times 1 as different. Okay, I'm going to write that there, and then underneath it I'm going to write the factor pairs for 8. So that's the same as I've been doing. Alright, so these are all the factor pairs for 3, or one of them. These are all the factor pairs for 8. Now, it's going to be a bit more complicated than what we've done so far, but all the signs are positive, so I know that I'm going to be adding. There's not going to be any subtraction involved here. All right, now, this is made by doing this times this. This is made by this times this. This times this makes this, and this times this makes this. So these two boxes here, there's a multiplication there, and there's a multiplication there, and then these are added together. So that times that is added to that times that, which means, I know this is quite complicated, I've got to combine something from here with something from here. It's been relatively easy up until now, because in all the previous ones we haven't written this out because it's 1 equals 1 times 1. It's a little bit more complicated now. You're not going to understand it at this point. What you need is to see me go through it. All right? These two things have got to add up to 10. These are made by a multiplication. So I've got to multiply one of these numbers by one of these numbers, and the other number here by another number from here, and then add them together to make 10. Now there's no real easy way to do this except a bit of trial and error. Okay, so you've got to have a look and see what you think might work. So you might go, 1 times 8 and 3 times 2. 1 times 8 is 8, 3 times, sorry, couldn't do that. 1 times 8 and 3 times 1. They've got to be from the same pair. So 1 times 8 is 8, 3 times 1 is 3. They add up to 11. It's close, but it's not right. Okay? After a little bit of trial and error, you'll find that if we do 3 times 2, so if I pair those numbers together, they make 6. And if I put their partners with each other, 1 times 4, they make 4. And then I add those together, that gives me the 10. How does that work in the grid? Well, this 3, I'm going to put 3x here, and that 3 is multiplied by this 2, so I'm going to put 2 here, and 3x times 2 is going to give me 6x in this box here, and I'm using red here so you see all the numbers that go together. This one is multiplied by this 4, so this is 1x. I'm going to put that there. So 1x times 3x makes 3x squared. And the 1 is multiplied by 4, so 4 has got to go there. And then 1 times 4 gives me 4x in there. So notice that one of the numbers of the pair goes on the side and the other one goes on the top. One of the numbers in the pair goes on the top, the other one goes on the side. You can see now that these add up to 10x. All right, so what have I got there then? I have got that 3x squared add 10x add 8 is equal to 3x add 4, that's these two terms here, times by 1x add 2, or just x add 2. And there you are. That's it. It's quite tough, isn't it? Yeah? You can do it. Have a look at your turn, which is to factorise 3x squared, add 14x, add 8. Have a try, see how you get on with it. Come back to me in a couple of minutes when you start the video again, and we'll see how you got on. Okay, here we go. Multiplication grid. You can do that. There's no real thinking there, is there? Right, you can do that. 3x squared goes straight into its box. 8 goes straight into its box. No problems there. You can do that. This 3 is made by multiplying this number by this number. So how many different ways can you make 3 from multiplication? 1 times 3. That's it. This 8 is made by multiplying this by this. So how many different ways can you make 8? Well, 1 times 8 is possible. 2 times 4 is possible. They're exactly the same as up here, aren't they? All right. Up until now, everything is the same as on this one. But now we need to combine these numbers differently to how we did here in order to get a new set of numbers in here. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to partner the 3, this time with 4. 3 times 4 gives me 12. And it's the partners, so 1 and 2, so the same number from there and the number from there. When I times those two together, they give me 2. And it's just trial and error. Yeah, it's just, I'll try this. Does it work? No, I'll try that. Okay, so 3 is 3x. Put it there, and it is multiplied by 4. Put 4 there. 1 is 1x, put it there, miss the 1 out if you like, and it is multiplied by 2, so put 2 there. And let's see what we get. Well, 3x times by 4 is 12x, and 2 times 1x is 2x. So what we've got here then is 12x add 2x makes the 14x in the middle. So what have you got? 3x squared add 14x add 8 is equal to 3x add 2 times by 1x add 4. And it's done. Okay, let's have a little think about that. Write ourselves a summary. So what's our summary here then? Our summary is that now we need to combine the coefficients of x with the constants, the standalone numbers. Okay, just trial and error. Try it, see if it works. If it doesn't, try a different pairing. Okay? Right, that slide 27 in the PowerPoint. Have a go at the questions on slide 28, have a look at the answers, and we'll be back together, have a look at slide 30. Hey, you can do this.